Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I can see why you don't want to leave this place, Max. It's real charming.
Isn't it?
So look, I got some friends in Queens. We can stay there for a few days.
Queens.
You want a job yet, Max?
So here we were, miles up the Tiempo River, looking for what we did not know.
Max. You listening? Max! So like I was saying, I think they're a group called the Crashapre.
Why'd you tell me they were called the CS?
They are. I mean, Fabiana. She was kidnapped by the CS. The guys that crashed that little party at the stadium, they were a group of paramilitaries.
You'll have to forgive me for not being able to follow all this.
You're not supposed to follow it. The government can't even follow it. It ensures that no one's ever guilty.
So why'd they do it? Bust us at the stadium.
Somebody told them we were gonna be there with a whole lot of money. Anyway, the money's gone. Just hope we can get the girl back.
Yeah, me too. Wonder where the hell she is.
You know, there's a harbor about a half a mile up. She's gotta be there. This is a known Comando Sombra area.
You know, if I'd been doing my job properly, we wouldn't be out here in the middle of nowhere looking for some broad who got pinched on my watch.
That's what we tell ourselves, huh? It's all our fault.
No, I'm serious. By the time they grabbed the girls, I was half cut. I ain't slipping, man. I'm slipped. I'm a bad joke.
Max, we work private security. We're all ex-soldiers, ex-special forces, ex-cops, ex-good guys. We all have our reasons why we became ex. Maybe now we can put things right, okay?
So that was it, was it? Say the magic word and be absolved of your sins. If only shit were that simple, I'd have done it years ago. Me, I've been stuck in the past so long I'd forgotten what year it was.
Hey, Max, quit your daydreaming. This is it. It's over there. I'm gonna cut the engine. Glide in.
Don't go anywhere.
Looked like Passos had brought us to the right place. That was the chopper the Comando Sombra used to escape the nightclub attack. If Fabiana wasn't around here, then at least someone that knew where she was had to be. Here I was, some hopped-up gringo a long way from home, making trouble the only way I knew. As the weather worsened, I caught a glimpse of the rusted shells of previous lives that had been lived out here in this swampy shithole, and I wondered if I would end up the same way, or what would happen to that girl I was supposed to protect. A bullet will sometimes work as well as a key. I had no idea what lay ahead, and as much as part of me would rather be anywhere else, I knew this was where I had to be. I felt responsible. I just had to fix the situation, right here.
Por que eu sempre fico uma parte de porra?
Já te falei pra tu parar de reclamar, fazer teu trabalho, mano.
I couldn't understand them, but I didn't have to. Cheap hoods are the same from here to Timbuktu.
Cadê ela?
The slab of meat on the boat was clearly the boss. Serrano, they called him. And it seemed that our suspicions were correct. Fabiana was here, somewhere further ahead. I had to find her quickly and quietly if possible. Last thing I wanted was a party with these clowns. So far, I'd managed to keep a low profile, a bit out of character for a guy who's only comfortable with a bottle of whiskey or a gun in his hand. I kept moving toward the signs of life, rubbing them out as I went along. I'd seen enough to know that Fabiana was at least alive, if not exactly well. Her captors didn't look like they were quite the kind and gentle type. I had to find that room quickly.
Oh, dá cigarro aí. Eu não tenho. Tem sim, cara. Para de mentira.
Vai se fuder, cara!
Vai tomar no meio do cu.
Eu vou te meter bala, hein?
Vá se fuder, porra.
Oi! Dani! Você tá aí? Você tem um cigarro? Atira nesse filho da puta!
I didn't want to think about what would be happening on that video feed now. Just my own imminent cameo. They probably made their ransom notes from the same glossy magazines they used to select their victims. This was a second request for payment. The best of intentions at the stadium weren't enough to cover it. The room I'd seen was somewhere up ahead. My blood was... I had to keep moving. I hoped that I'd find Fabiana sooner than later, if at all.
truco, seu vacilão!
O bicho vai pegar!
That was the chair that she had been held in. I had just missed them.
A dor. Com a idade vem a dor. É dor de cabeça, dor de estômago, dor na virilha, dor nas juntas, dor de ressaca. É por isso que existe Interfectum. Interfectum é um analgésico forte para a dor forte.
This is INC.
We have reports of more violence erupting in Panama, where citizens are still reeling from this attack 2 months ago. Colombian paramilitary group United Souls of the People, or AUP, have been waging a campaign of violence and terror in the area around Bastidas, despite government attempts to stabilize the region. Staying in Latin America, an explosion of violence in Brazil's largest city, São Paulo, as much publicized initiatives to stop feuding between favela gangs and the police have completely failed. Some local activists blame much of the city's problems on the activities of right-wing groups Cracha Preto and Nova Guarda, who they accuse of vigilante-style attacks in the areas of the city where police have lost control. Some human rights organizations report a slew of missing persons in the city, a topic that many observers say local law enforcement isn't taking seriously. This turmoil is shaping up to be a hot topic in next year's mayoral election. Right-wing candidate Rodrigo Branco was once a frontrunner, but is now falling behind in the polls. Well, there may be some political storm clouds out there, but the sun is shining in many regions today. Over to Marisol with the weather.
Here we go again. She was on the move. If they'd finally decided to kill her, I wasn't doing anything to persuade them otherwise. They'd been making a reality show starring São Paulo's favorite housewife. Probably thought it would grease the wheels with the ransom money, but it only made me want to shove the cash down their throats. could hear drilling through the wall. It sounded more like boat hull than bone, but I needed to be sure.
Ninguém pode te ouvir, caralho! Sua burguesinha safada! Vou te pegar, é? Vou te pegar antes que eu boto uma bala na tua cabeça.
There she was, right in front of me. The drunk fool in me wanted to make a play. But I had just about enough sense to know that I'd end up with another dead girl in my arms if I did.
Não, velho, não. O irmão já falou, velho, ele quer inteira. Aí, você vai jogar dinheiro no lixo, hein? Caralho, cara, tá virando uma cilada essa porra, mano.
Serrano had taken Fabiana through the garage door. I had to find a way to open it. It seemed Serrano's boys had targeted the entire Branco family and didn't give a shit which one they pinched. I opened the door to the next circle of this low-rent hell. Serrano was reading his reviews. Vain chump. The newspaper was plastered with the news of the first kidnapping attempt. These were the floor plans to the nightclub. Seemed to Mr. Serrano like to be prepared. Proper little Boy Scout. That gangway would get me through. seen Fabiana in a worrying amount of time, but at least I wasn't following a trail of her fingers. Thought I might find something on the other side of the gate. I had to keep on going across the docks. I prefer to mix these with alcohol, but on this special occasion, I'd make an exception. There they were. I had the feeling I'd been running one step behind ever since I got to this country. And maybe a few years before that as well.
Max! Max! You all right? What's going on? Where's Fabiana?
They took her in a boat. That way. Straight ahead.
Okay, don't worry. Hang on.
Boy, did I need to hang on. The whole operation was slipping out of our grip. I was an overconfident chump who'd gone into the jungle alone.
Shit, more company!
Star, she's alive?
How much longer, I don't know.
Jesus Christ! Check this eye, Payne!
Keep cool!
You can't take much more damage, Max! Fucking assholes!
Jump behind us, Passos.
See it! Look out!
Another one down.
Porra! That's them, ain't it?
Fabiana's boat is in the front. Don't lose it. Que porra é essa? Bota essa coisa! Puta que keep after them! There's another boat the damn way! I can't get a shot!
Oh, shit!
Almost, buddy, almost! Keep after them! We need to get past that decoy boat!
Shit! Grenade! Grenade!
Down! That doesn't look so good.
Think she's flooded, bro? I gotta try and get her back up!
Let's go, brother.
We ain't gonna be floating much longer!
I guess we're gonna be swimming.
Do it! Keep them off of us! Over there, man, over there!
Whatever you say. Anytime now, Passos.
We need some more time!
I don't need to tell you, they're taking away Jesus.
I think she'll go if you give us a second. Hey, I got it! I got it!
I knew you could do it. Very cool.
Hey, you see that? Shit, look out! More of them! Hey, that's them. We're back.
Nice job. I'm sure they missed us.
Passos will be right! Look out! Get in that boot! Damn it!
Hey, I got an idea. Hold on.
office should get a load of this.
And they know all about it. Shows a different campaign.
They got an armada out here!
Was crawling. How many guys they got?
How many poor kids want nice sneakers? It ain't hard to hire. Hey, we're on them again.
See Fabiana?
Move up on them!
All right. I'll get us a little closer.
Who's in?
Just give me a second. Jesus Christ!
We're not coming this close to let her go.
I'm afraid this shit's gonna come down to more than willpower.
Who's in?
This ain't looking good, bro. Gonna hit the pier!
Passos!
Try it, man. Shit.
Fabiana had slipped through my fingers for a second time. Another habit I didn't want or need.
It's close. We almost had her. Damn.
I don't think we ever had much of a chance. No one told us they had an entire goddamn army.
I don't think anybody knew. Crazy shit.
Yeah. It's all crazy, pal. Non-stop insanity. Thought I left all this shit behind. Easy gig, you said. What a fool I was to get involved in this madness.
Get up, bro. Max. Wake up, Max. Come on. Get up, you big bastard. Come on.
I'm up.
Yeah? You don't look up.
Just give me a second, will you? Really not feeling too good.
Hey, Max, what is it with you in interior design? Huh? You really know how to give a place a great lived-in feel, huh? This is beautiful.
Fuck off with the fucking wisecracks. Really, I'm not in the mood.
Okay, sorry, bro. The boss wants to see us, so let's go, come on. Take your time, man. Fucking unbelievable. Jesus.
I heard that.